Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform. We're back, and so is our guest. I think it's safe to say that this man is Rap Rankings' designated Carti whisperer. Okay, we brought him in for Die-Lit. Okay, we'll probably bring him in whenever we do self-titled, some future album. What's it going to be called? Like, Music was floated.
That's what they're saying right now.
In a recent interview. I don't think that's what he meant. I think he just literally meant the folder of new music is just called Music.
I would say he's more than just the Carti whisperer.
Oh, I was getting there. This man is a close personal friend, okay? I'll have y'all know, all right? The very first feature I ever did in my past life as an artist was with this man. He broke my feature cherry, okay?
Damn, took it way back.
We broke it. It's pop it, right? You pop a cherry. You don't break a cherry.
Well, Mel doesn't know about any of that. We know about it.
I don't know because we know about me. I've never had sex. But first feature.
You gonna get there,
also,
though.
I don't know. I'm starting to think I'm going to just die like this.
Boy.
Yeah. Die4Guy. No, die for thigh. Yeah. Also, the very first live show I ever did, the very first performance, he was there for that too.
Damn.
You know, this man has been in my life for some very major moments. Okay, we go way back.
Well, I wasn't referring to that. I was referring more so, based on his appearances on the show thus far. He's almost the SoundCloud rap Dart Adams.
Wow. Well, we're going to address this in a second, the Dart Adams thing, because I'm sure Cameron, I want to give him the opportunities because we talked about this. Anyway, folks, Cameron Van Buren, better known as Van Buren.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen?
He's back.
He's back. But, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Moulz. So, Cameron, would you like to speak your piece about this? Because we've talked about this in the group chat before, As y'all know, Dart Adams is a beloved member of the rap family. We bring him in. He's the tree of knowledge. We sit under the tree of knowledge and we learn. Okay? But there's something that needs to be addressed. Cameron?
I'm going to keep it real. There was one time I believe Dart Adams had some things to say about me on Twitter. I don't remember the context. Honestly, it's been so long, and it wasn't.
It's a Boston-based group, right?
Oh, was it about them? Okay, it was about the Van Buren Records dudes and whatever they call themselves now, Van Buren Boys, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, there was some dude. Yeah, so this is what happened. Some dude was following me on Instagram, and he kept hitting me up like, "Yo, bro, that show I saw you do in Boston was insane." And I'm like, just going along with it for like a year, but like,
you went along?
Listen, I just be like, yeah, whatever. I thought Buddy was really lit at the show or something, so he didn't remember where he was. I was like, man, I've never been to Boston and did a show. But anyway, dude was telling me he saw me in Boston, and then eventually I was like, yo, I've never been to Boston, bro. Like, I don't think you saw me. You saw somebody else. And he was like, nah, bro, it was Van Buren, right? I'm like, yeah, but I've never been to Boston. And then he was like, oh, wait, maybe it was Van Buren Records. And so then I went on Twitter and tweeted about it, and then like a bunch of people from Boston got involved and was kind of like upset at me for even going along with the fact that like Buddy thought he saw me. But like at the end of the day, Buddy's response to me after I told him the truth was, well, your music's fire, so I don't even give a fuck. Like, hey, I'm sorry, bro. My music lit. My music lit. Buddy want to listen to me. I'm sorry. But anyway, Dart Adams.
Yeah, Dart
Adams was one of the people that got involved, along with Michael Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Coming at me.
Michael Christmas was involved in that?
Yes, Michael Christmas at one point commented on it.
So all of Boston jumped out.
Yeah, all of Boston jumped out. And, shout out to the city of Boston. I got love for everybody there. All of y'all, even Van Buren Records. But my name is Van Buren, so it is what it is. I'm going to be Van Buren.
Yeah. So, folks.
Listen, if Dodge and Chrysler can have thousands of vans, I think the rap game can have at least two.
Brother.
You know?
Okay.
Wow.
The point is, when we first bought Dart on, there was the chat was like, "Oh, where are we? You got ops on the show?" And I'm like, "Well, hold on, listen, we have an open door policy on Rab, and and trust me, I'm totally with the thing. If my people riding against somebody, I'm gonna ride with my people. But like, I had forgotten about that."
I'm gonna keep
and
it
I didn't
real.
know he was being perceived as like an op. And I'm
He's
like,
not an op.
what?
He's not an op. He is not
Okay.
an op. He is not an op at all. That is chat jokes. Like I said at the beginning, I barely even remembered what the actual thing was. I just remembered at one point Dart Adams had said something about me on Twitter, and we was like, damn. And I didn't even know who he was. Like, I had to figure out who Dart Adams was, and it was like, dang, that's crazy. Dart Adams talking about you or something like that. I was like, all right, well, shout out to that. But man,
look, you've heard it here,
no
folks.
hate to
Dart Adams,
it's all love.
not an op. All love, not an op.
op.
It was just a moment on Twitter amongst billions of moments on Twitter. But yeah, so we got that cleared up. Dart Adams is not an op. Van Buren Records exists, and so does my main man Van Buren, who we have here tonight to review track 22 on this album, Die4Guy. Produced by Starboy, Out of Town, and Art Dealer, according to Genius.com, aka the bad website. Cameron, we've had you on the show before, so we don't need to go through the whole.
I got my personal budgeting document up, not my ratings. Hold on.
Oh, are you trying to see how much more we're going to have to pay Dart Adams to come back on the show after this?
Oh, no.
Hey, yo, Dart Adams, don't stop fucking with the homies, please.
I got it.
I think
I got it.
You got it?
Now, I do have to say, if you haven't heard our Die Lit review, you got to go back and listen to that, because this is a journey, really, that we're taking. We started at Die Lit. I didn't get this guy at all, and I needed that review to understand who he is and what he does. What are his strengths and weaknesses, and can he improve going forward? We're this deep in the review. At this point, I've had some good things to say, more nice things to say this time around than I did last time. So we're at the point in the review I can say I definitely enjoy this album more than Die Lit, and I enjoy Carti on this album more than Die Lit. Now, when Cameron joined us last time on the show, I got Magnolia confused with the race.
Look it up, folks. Look it up, folks.
I said, I know Magnolia. It's the one that goes da na 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 na.
Oh, brother. Folks, yeah.
Classic
season
moment.
1, all right?
Classic moment. But, like Mel with the old school shit, when I get in my new school bag, you don't want Moulz to figure out what's going on, because what happens is
that old man in the club.
Once I figure it out and I crack the code, I'm like, oh, I see. Okay, I see what's going on over here. And you don't want that Moulz insight to create. Everyone's trying to have a party with Carti, and
nice. They
don't want that Moulz insight coming into the party and shaking things up. Could this stuff be better? What could be done to make it better? Hey, it could definitely be worse. We've heard it be worse. Look, this is a journey. It's a celebration. It's a continuation. And we'd always, like to give the guest the floor. So Die4Guy,
I just want to say, folks, he's being earnest. His name here tonight is Playboi Carti in the Zencaster podcast client. So he's been attuned to the ways of Carti. I actually picture, Cameron, you're going to know what I'm talking about. The short clip of Carti, like, he looks like he's trying to get his asthma under control, but it looks like he's twerking.
Oh, yeah.
and now I just picture Moulz, like, in the club doing the Carti twerk.
Well, no, actually, you have to picture me this week as almost a bit of a SoundCloud Sherlock Holmes. I was very, keyed into what was going on, and I was investigating. I was telling you off air, Mel, when I was putting together these notes, I felt like I was in a special zone.
You're right. You did
and
tell
it was
me
like
that.
I was, ducking and dodging through you know, and ever since this Kendrick, I gotta tell you, I was nervous because it was a first listen, and I think we nailed it on first listen. It's actually my favorite first listen we've ever done from that perspective. I think we nailed the themes and everything of the album. I thought we handled everything, like, for only coming off of one listen. I thought, like, we had a decent handle on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's like, this is the opposite kind of thing, right? Where it's like, with Kendrick, it's like, I expect to go on an archaeological expedition with the level of, like, density in the bars. Here, there's very little density going on in terms of lyrics and subject matter, but there's still different kinds of codes to crack. It's almost like I'm trying to pull more out of this than I am. Like the Kendrick, everything is there for me. It's all laid out for me to analyze. With this, I feel like there actually is more work that has to be done.
Well, see, and the difficulty with that for you is you don't want to end up like pointing things out that aren't actually there, because then you end up like a pitchfork where you're over-intellectualizing
the idea is
something.
I'm not trying to over-intellectualize anything, but what I'm trying to do is tap into the natural resources of the song, right? And see what's available to me there. And what that requires, when there's much less meat on the bone here, is a very Sherlock Holmes and Mr. Watson approach.
Did you go undercover as a vamp at like a rave, Moulz, and this is your way of trying to tell us?
I told you we already got through the vamp song. I played 12 records and gave you an oral history on the history of the vampire in hip hop.
This is true.
I've been in my research bag this week, getting ready for this album. Like, the thing is that to be a true rab soldier, to be the captain, right? And just to be a rab head, a rab listener, a rab guest, a junior captain, whatever have you, you know, you got to tap into untapped knowledge. Mm-hmm. And you need to essentially learn how to work every different style of musical martial arts.
Speak on it. Listen, this man.
So
is
I get
right
it.
Now.
You took the red pill, for a whole lot of red.
The whole lot of red pill.
And then you daggone you told Morpheus, hey, give me only the Carti martial arts.
What I did with this album was I was able to extract everything from it. There is no there's no intellectualizing. It's all extraction. You see?
I see.
And it's mastering different techniques, different, fighting styles, different chambers, if you will. But I'm
this man
pleased.
was walking around his house all week talking about beat shit at my son crying. We love it. We love this kind of dedication from Moulz. That's why he's the captain.
I think I'm the Jeremy Strong of music reviewers.
Hold on, is that, if I'm not mistaken, is that the dude from Rush Hour that was fitting Chris Tucker with the suit?
Absolutely not.
And he was like buttercream. Oh no! Oh, Jeremy Strong, Kendall from Success Show. Okay, yeah. Right. I'm thinking of
the Jeremy Strong of rap.
Oh, I'm thinking of Jeremy Piven.
Oh,
there we go.
Fuck that motherfucker. That's Jeremy Piven. Oh my god, the list is
he's 56.
The list is endless. We do a totally different show if we have to run down all the shit Jeremy Piven's done.
What has Jeremy Piven done?
A whole lot of red.
Oh, there's a whole lot of red in his document. Lots of infractions.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well this is news to me. But anyway, this is the whole lot of red review. This is the Die4Guy review. And Van Buren's in the building. And when there's a guest in the building, we don't go through the rating system because they're returning guests. They're acquainted with it. But folks, if you're new here, raprankings.com FAQs, hit that rating system to understand these numbers we're about to be throwing out. But you're the guest, Cameron. Would you like to provide your rating first? Should Moulz Mel go first? How you want to do this?
I will go ahead and provide my rating here. So yeah, Die4Guy, Playboi Carti. I give this song an 8+.
Yeah. Mel, why you hitting all these exuberant drops? Because Van Buren and Mel connect 8+.
Wow, look at that.
You gotta love it.
We out here.
Like I said, I merely extracted.
Okay.
Cameron plays Elden Ring. You know, he knows about the rolls, the ducks, you know, the kind of pivots that you need to make as a warrior. Okay?
Indeed.
To survive against giants much, much larger and more powerful than yourself.
Very
you
true.
know? So do I consider myself a bit of a dark mage? I mean, perhaps.
Uh-oh.
This is a song that I give a 7-. Sting Me Baby.
Okay.
Cameron,
Okay.
it changed for him. Now, here's the thing, Moulz. I'm going to tell you. You was finna get jumped. Because this was originally, what was it, a 6+ for you?
So, yeah, here's what happened. Originally, tracks 19 and 20, Sky and Over, were 7-.
Okay.
And Die4Guy and Bino, those two were 6+. Bino and Die4Guy went up to 7-, and Sky and Over, because of the synths and the beat, I just talked about them, those went down to 6+.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Interesting that you bring up Sky. I have a quick point about that song, actually.
Please.
Oh, please, fill us in.
So, actually, if y'all remember the whole, online discourse, most people were calling this album Whole Lot of Skips when it first came out. And
yeah, it was polarizing.
as that was going on January 1st, 2021, I went on TikTok and made a video of myself to the clip of Sky that goes, "Wake up, it's the first of the month. I brush my teeth and count up." And I literally did a video of me waking up, showing that it was the first of the month, brushing my teeth and counting a couple dollars. And if you look at it now, there's like, I think 43,000 videos made to that.
Trendsetter, Van
To
Buren.
the sound
okay?
that I created.
That's what this man does.
So I think Carti, I got an invoice for him. Because they didn't like your album
I need that
before
drop.
I did that.
I need that drop of that dude. Tell him, bring me my money. Okay? Because, no, listen, I've seen this man Van Buren be the first to do a lot of things. Don't get me started on Yeet in the turban, okay? We know about you, Yeet. All right? There may be a link there, a deeper, darker criminal link, as I've heard said before. But yeah, this man Van Buren, Carti, pay him his money. He put Sky over, okay?
I did.
Made it one of the most played songs on the album.
This was an album that, when it came out, I think we had already done the Die Lit review, but I didn't listen to the album. One, because I'm not really a Playboi Carti fan like that. And two, I wanted to sit back, let the, I hate the talk. I hate the cycle. You know that this is why we do shit. We wait a year to do shit. I can't stand the cycle. And I just wanted this one. I knew we'd be doing this because as soon as I saw how divisive it was, I'm like, okay, number one, we did Carti. That episode did pretty well for us. We might have to run you some coin for that too.
No, it's all love.
That was a hit. Let's just say that. So the episode was a hit. Plus, this album is divisive. Not only is this album divisive, and I'm sure we talked about this already at some point, this was an album that was very highly anticipated.
Yes.
Delayed, or just rather teased, perhaps, for a very long time from the artist, to the point where even the Mario Judah situation, where he made a project Whole Lot of Red a week or so before this actual project came out.
About that.
Yeah, like,
right.
you know, the anticipation had reached such a fever pitch. You have, you know, this guy's fans who are also artists making albums, doing like some trolling, like Young Thug, Barter 6 type shit to him.
Amazing.
You know, you are the Carti connoisseur here between the three of us. Like, was this an album that you went into with certain expectations based on, you know, this being an artist who really has a foothold in like leak and snippet culture? Or when you got this album, were you like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted? It wasn't anything like I expected based on the snippets and everything that had been coming out in the build up to this.
Yeah, honestly, I was more in that second camp of like, I was happy that it wasn't, you know, exactly what he put out, like maybe one or two snippets before that were actually on the album, like the week before. And
New Tank, right? That was one of them.
Yeah, it was New Tank and Over. And like, you know, there's a lot of stuff on that album that's very out there. So it's like those two are kind of closer to his older stuff. So people were like, oh, all right, we kind of know what to expect. And then, you know, there's been all the leaks. Like you said, he's heavy in leak culture. So everybody's looking at it like, yeah, we're going to hear at least some of these leaks on this album. There was one leak on that album, I think, and it was Place.
Right. And I mean, the big shocker being that Kid Cudi, Pissy Pamper, or whatever it was called,
was not on there, even
album.
though he teased it with the Cudi verse added. Like, Cudi actually added a verse. And he was in studio with Cudi, playing Cudi's verse on that beat, like a week or two before the album dropped. And then that shit never materialized.
Well, it was the sample. Like, oh, girl ain't want to clear the sample, right?
Yep. And we knew that at that point, too. Like, it had been said, like, maybe a year before, like, the sample wasn't getting cleared. Because it was a Young Nudie song originally. Nudie got two verses on there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it was a whole lot of interesting stuff going on. But I was very happy, like, that he didn't give us the same thing. That he didn't give us, you know, the music we had already heard. He didn't give us Die Lit Part 2. He didn't give us another self-titled, like... I feel like now, with this album... Wait, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, has it changed since then in terms of have the whole lot of mid-crowd essentially come around on this album yet?
That's a good question. I've wanted to know the same because I'm not as tapped in. So they have come around.
A lot of people have come around on this album. I've seen a lot of people from like within the fan base and outside who like, so I've seen certain reviewers come back around and be like, yeah, that shit is actually a lot better than I said the first time. I had to let it sit. And, you know, I saw how people were going crazy for the live show and I had to tap back in. Like, you know, it came around for a lot of people, and I knew it would. I figured it would because I felt like they didn't like Die Lit that much at first either.
Right.
Huh. Did they not? Because I remember Die Lit dropping and people being like, yo, instant classic. Or maybe that was just us.
I think the Carti fans were saying instant classic, but I think also, like, they pushed it to everybody else in a sense of, like, it definitely grew on people over time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then for me personally, I think... Yeah, not even I think. It definitely grew on me. Like, I liked maybe like a handful of songs on Die Lit at first, but I was like, all right, this handful is fire. But then I kept going back and was like, nah, this whole album is fire.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, I probably talked about it in Die Lit, but when I flew out to Florida to visit you for like that handful of days, I came back and Die Lit just was climbing and climbing and climbing. That trip is when, was it No Time?
Yep.
That awakened that song for me. I always liked it, but it was like, yeah, that was Die Lit was a grower, and I think this might just at this point be a quality of Playboi Carti's catalog because Whole Lotta Red was a grower for me. I hit you the night it came out, Cameron. I was like, yeah, I think it's dope, and we both agreed it was dope. I think at the time I liked something like 16 or 18 songs, and then songs just kept climbing and climbing. Like songs I already liked, I liked even more. Songs I thought I didn't like, I ended up liking. But this song, Die4Guy, is one that I always liked, and I just ended up liking more and more and more.
Yes, this one is just for me.
Folks,
it like symbolizes, I think, what he like represents or was going for in the sense of like, you know, the cover art being influenced by the slasher magazines and him being in this very punk rock phase and always being one of those artists from the SoundCloud era that was like, oh, I'm a rock star, even though they were not doing no rock music. Like, I feel like this song is like, okay, now you can say that now. Like, you earned the right to have been saying that all this time. Like, you really brought
right
it
in
there
this
with,
delivery
like, the
that he's
fusion.
doing on this song and a few of the others on this album.
To Carti's
Yeah.
credit, as much as rappers talk about, oh, I'm a rock star this, I'm a rock star that, this was one of the few times where like the project was like, okay, there are some elements here that I would say qualify as rockish, other than just, you know, living a rock star lifestyle. I mean,
Yes.
this song, I said I'm gonna get into that. It is a heartfelt song to me, and I don't think I'm projecting or over intellectualizing.
No,
Very heartfelt
no,
song, but it
definitely
comes
not.
in like a demolition derby.
It's beautiful.
Bro, the beat is a mix of, so I've at this point in the album I've separated most of the music into two camps. It's like Rugrats type beats and like the distorted 808 like punkish beats.
Yeah, and I
This
find
is a
that
mix of that.
The distorted 808 is the rock element
Yes.
of, without making rock music, it's still firmly in the rap bag, but by mixing like your drums and just like the blown out bass and everything like that, that's how you get that, I would say, a punk rock approach to producing and mixing rap music, which is, you know, an interesting sort of way to contextualize punk, like that ethos, you know?
Yeah. I would say those Rockstar made, Stop Breathing,
Yes.
Punk Monk
Metamorphosis.
on that time, like those types of records.
Mhm.
And it has those elements, but it also has a fusion. Like the opening melody is very, but later you get that like the spacey stuff that you'll hear
Yes.
on like a Beano or a Slayer, you know.
Yeah.
What was
or
interesting to
Sky.
me, Mel, is that on this one, I noted out of all the beats on the album, this one is the one that reminds me the most of Magnolia. Now, Cameron, the real Magnolia beat, not the fake, not the race.
Not the race. Yeah. Suddenly, I can't remember what Magnolia sounds like. Hold on,
I'm
so you might have
thinking
corrupted
about
my brain.
Magnolia right now, and I'm like, huh.
Oh right! Oh, look at Moulz! Look at Moulz!
Yeah, okay,
Full
okay,
circle
okay,
moment.
okay.
I got the beat.
Okay,
No Pierre,
my
you
man
want to come in
came
here?
back on us. He said, "No, I know this shit now."
Yeah. Okay. Look at Moulz. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that in here. There are some Magnolia-esque qualities.
But
Yeah.
the delivery, like you were saying, in that gruff, raw sort of delivery that he does on here, that's my favorite delivery from him on this
Yes.
album. Like when he gets that cadence, I think
Like he's almost like he's shredding his throat.
yes,
doing
but
this.
he's doing it. It's such like a guttural sort of
There you
Like-
go.
like a growl almost, and he's, you know, pushing the words out in a way that doesn't sound labored. It sounds like, you know, his version of conviction, essentially.
Yes.
And this is I'm gonna die by my guys. I'm gonna die by my brothers. This is this is a catchy song. I think it's somewhat heartfelt, like for the zone that we're in right now, like this kind of bag that we're in at the moment. This is heartfelt. Like, I don't think you're over intellectualizing. Like we went and talked about on the Key and Kenny Beats review, It Gets Better, for instance. You know, you don't, the pain isn't, you know, all I said was I extracted, right?
Yeah.
The extraction shows me, yeah, this is, I'm gonna die for my guys. Like, this is for, you know, this is for the boys, this one. You gotta love it.
Moulz hit the lever on the extraction machine, and then the extraction was done. He looked over like the edge of the balcony, looked in like the giant vat to see what was extracted. He found pain. He found sentimentality. He found punk. Okay,
I found punk. I found Magnolia.
Magnolia. You know, I mean, like, I want to say, I probably said it already, but you know, in this new age of rapper, where a lot of times they allow aesthetic to fill in for actual technique, Playboi Carti should be given credit because this kind of vocal delivery and performance, like, he seems to have astounding control over.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think that you can knock his technique at this point. I think you could want more from him lyrically. I don't think necessarily that's where he is at the moment. I'm not saying he could never be there. If we're witnessing the evolution from project to project, you know, I'm not saying he's going to become Wayne and we're going to witness a Carter 2, Carter 3 sort of rise in, you know, the use of language. I think he's more interested in the stylistic elements more so than the words themselves. But, you know, at this point, I think he's more than audible for the most part. Like, you can't do the I don't understand this gimmick anymore that I worked on the last episode. And it's really a matter of, you know, if this is just like, if the content is somewhat, like the lyrical content can be somewhat threadbare, it's not what you're coming here for. You're coming here for a sort of stylistic take on X, Y, or Z, where
it's,
you know, that's his primary interest. And I don't think we should demand things from artists that they aren't. Like, again, I said the last album is like, all right, I kind of have a better feel for his strengths and weaknesses. I don't want to hear him talk about, you know, subject matter, quote unquote. I'm more interested in hearing him develop his voice, because I heard a great leap in technique, enunciation control, all the breath, like just everything. He was across the board made improvements as an artist on the mic overall. So, you know, that's been a big factor in me enjoying this album more than his last one. I've noticed, and I always like watching people develop.
You have a good point about, you know, how people approach. You got a lot of hip hop fans have a singular mindset where, you know, what qualifies as a great rapper is bars, you know, content. And, you know, I love that stuff, but this is music. Hip hop is a genre within or under the umbrella of music. And not every rapper serves the same purpose. Right. You know, it's like they're different rappers, play different roles, have different approaches, different goals. And the thing is, Moulz, you made the point. It's like, if you're coming into Playboi Carti and you're like,
oh my God, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
You're listening wrong. You're listening wrong, because that has never been what Carti has expressly, you know, stated as his intention. You know, the music itself is proof that he's never, you know, tried to do that.
Never once.
You know, and it's like, that's not what we're here for. The appeal of Playboi Carti, we talked about this in Die Lit, but it becomes even more clear on something like this. The expression comes from, and now, like, see, here's the thing. The word that the kids will most identify with is the vibe. Let me specify, okay? Because that's my main pet peeve is not with vibe. It's that it's used in place of elaboration. Without defining the vibe is meaningless. The vibe
what
of
kind
Playboi
of vibe
Carti,
is it?
Right. The vibe of Playboi Carti is the emotional impact you would get from a well-written line, from wordplay or content, or, you know, that sort of depth is found in the performance, what he does with his voice, where he places certain ad-libs, certain melodies, certain, you know, repetition, you know, emphasis on certain lines. And that leads into my main point about this song and this album as a whole. I love how this song comes in. There's a phrase that's used in sports. It's like, basketball is a game of runs, or it's like, it's a make or miss league. Whole Lotta Red is an album of moments. Okay, I think about these songs in terms of different moments within the songs that make the songs worthwhile to listen to me. There are two in this song for me. Moment number one, how he comes in. Okay, 15 outside, baby. I was acting like a damn thug. I went to be just like my brother. He was selling drugs. Like, the way he comes, this beat, like I said, it's a demolition derby, and he attacks it immediately, wasting no time. And in those lines, though, like, this isn't like poet laureate, you know, writing, but it's plain, it's honest, it's blunt. I wanted to be just like my brother. He a damn thug. Reggie Carter, Reggie, that's my brother. The delivery of that
he screamed his brother's name with, after saying his shit about how he wanted to be a thug like him, bro. That's some of the realest shit that he says on this album, in my opinion. Like that,
and of course,
so hard.
That is one of the moments of the song. Yelling out in my car, in my bed, Jordan Carti, I'm your brother. That is the appeal. That is what we're here for. Like, you can look at that and be like, oh, well, the message is bad. He wants to be a thug. But the message is that it's not about being a thug. It's that he wanted to be just like his brother. Like there's vulnerability there. He looked up to somebody, and he's just expressing that, And we get right into that. I'm going to die by my guys. Ooh, I'm going to die by my brother. Like, bro. Now, let me say, too, this, y'all think I just be saying the bad website. These people wrote on Genius.com, this one for all my guys, this one for them rolling dice.
Huh?
I was disgusted when it's this one for the ride or dies.
Oh, boy.
Are you rolling dice? Are you serious?
Dice.
Okay.
And you ain't black.
All right, because I know there was some white people that said that transcribed that. But bro,
rolling dice.
Bro, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, that was not that hard to understand. This ain't like peak baby voice Carti. Like,
I was saying,
seriously.
This album, I think
it's audible.
All but one song. I'm like, I hear what he's saying.
You can hear him a lot clearer on this album than ever before.
I'm not straining to do so.
Right.
In fact, at points, I feel like, and I've mentioned this in the review, there's moments on this album where he reminds me of Uzi. There's moments where he reminds me of Thug. There's moments where he reminds me of Young Dro. And I wouldn't have been saying that on the last album because I couldn't hear everything he was saying. We made a whole thing out of me trying to tell Cameron what I thought I heard.
Yeah,
it's not going to work this time around.
Moulz, look, flatbed freestyle was whooping Moulz's ass. It's true.
It was.
Okay,
God
but
damn.
you can understand that because it honestly it'd be whooping my ass too. But that was a different form of Playboi Carti.
That boy was slurring his words all over that track, but it was amazing.
That was I came into that album with a different sort of build, to get back into the Elden Ring analogy. I went in as a samurai because I liked the outfit the best. But I didn't realize I needed to be a mage for this. I didn't know this was mage music.
Are you a
I got it. Yeah, I got it, bro. I got it.
Yeah, he's an Elden Ring player.
Oh,
this is something you should know about Moulz.
But I take a similar approach to Elden Ring that I do to this music,
Fair enough.
Well, this is the thing, man. Elden Ring, I heard it's a very brutal game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and I think you have to do a lot of it alone. But that's not what this song's about. You don't? You can have
you can do co-op, but there's a very funky. You have to. How annoying is it to get a co-op going with all the shit they want you to get going in the game?
I will admit that the first time that my friend and I did it, it probably took us a good 20 minutes. Shout out to my good friend Katrina. She also films a lot of my music videos. If you've ever seen it.
Oh, I know her. She's cool. Shout out to her.
Her and her boyfriend Jariah, they be filming my videos.
Shout out to him too.
Films. Amazing. But anyway, yeah, we be playing Elden Ring, and it took us a little while to figure out how to actually
damn, man, we can't just get a lobby, like a regular video game. What the hell?
There's a lot of hoops you gotta jump through. You gotta get a bunch of weird ass specific items in the game, but once you get it, it's great and it's very helpful.
Well, the point I was gonna make is that if you get in that co-op, then you should understand this song. You gonna die about your guys. You gonna die about your brother. I'm gonna tell you this, man.
Daniel's gonna roll his ass away, and I'm gonna get eaten by a damn octopus.
So we know about Daniel.
And his ass gonna be rolling up the hill.
Go ahead and hit the drop for that man. What time?
Hold on, let me hold it in. He know what kind of time we gotta be on. Till we get them beats, okay? We're gonna have to hit these drops. Daniel, I'm gonna need you to listen to yourself real close, okay? Because you know what they say, right? It's like you can tell people whatever you want, but they're gonna have to learn, from themselves. That's how it goes. So,
Big facts.
Daniel, listen to yourself when you say this.
You a bozo. That's on me.
And you left Moulz to get
He didn't leave.
By the octopus.
We haven't played Elden Ring yet.
But we know he would. He would leave you.
We played
he
PUBG.
Would leave Moulz.
We played PUBG. I believe I've left him for dead. I'm sure he's left me for dead. We've left each other for dead. Okay.
Yeah, so
this was going to be my original point. You don't die for Guy, but apparently you came around and now you die for Guy.
Who? I know Guy Smiley from Sesame Street.
Oh, brother. I was gonna come in with some bad joke about what did Teddy Riley say.
Oh my god, I
scrapped it.
That would have been a 6+.
Yeah. But this is the point, man. This song, when I talk about heartfelt, when he's talking about his brother, honestly, y'all, when I play Die4Guy, this is an 8+. I think about Moulz. I think about Cameron, Stilo, Sebro, Christian, Cena, Robert Bryan, Marius, Jalen Ting, all of them. My dad, all of them are Guy, and I will die.
Show your dick to?
What? No, not. I didn't say Ryan. I mean, he's Ryan. Guy technically. No, that's a. I have not. Okay, Cameron. Man, there was a kid in my neighborhood named Ryan. Okay, you gonna make me retell this story?
I think I remember.
And we was in the basement, and kids are they're curious. I told them
kids do kid things.
I told him, what's that man John LaHoy? He back it. Show me your genitals. That's what I told him to do. Okay, and he did. All right, and I'm not gonna speak on what I saw, but. Yeah, Ryan's Guy too. He's Guy.
We've never heard what Mel's reaction was after that. The story always ends right there.
I told y'all what the reaction was. I was just
I think I heard the reaction before.
It was just, there was barely, I was just like, oh, okay, nice. All right, put it away. It wasn't like, yeah, that's right, you slut. No, I was just like, all right, okay, I saw what I wanted to see. Oh, okay, interesting. It was a research project. Moulz, I extracted
research. You know what I'm saying? Like Big Sean.
That's a good Big Sean song. That's a good Big Sean song. These males be doing research. Yeah, I was doing research on Ryan, but he is Guy. I get emotional to this record, caffeinated or not, because we know a lot about Caffeine Mel. That's not where the plus comes from. It's not manic meltdown Mel, although I have manically melted down to this song and many songs on this album in the car, because it's like a headbanger. I scream the lyrics along with Carti. I look unhinged at stoplights. Okay, it's true, but
energy out sometimes,
you do, man, and that's what this record and this album is. When he says, I can't do no Instagram no more. All the ops looking for me. The paranoia in my body. Now, I'll just be honest. I've been in a position like that before. It sucks, Now, not the kind of ops he's talking about where my life may be in danger, but it was like when he says, my brother said, Carti, what you tweaking for? You got a whole army around you. That's brotherhood. That's Guy. That's Guy that you died for. Okay?
Amen.
You feel that line, okay?
Ooh, I know Guy Ritchie.
Oh, here he goes.
Guy Fieri?
I was about to say, where's the boy Fieri at? He hasn't been brought up yet.
I know Guy Pearce.
Oh, brother.
He Guy was Sensei.
Oh, we got a lot of guys. Oh, brother. Yeah, look. This is not fake sentimentality. I'm not being a goofy boy trying to add weight that's not there. I really do feel like this is a heartfelt record. Now,
it is, man.
I wrote catchy and heartfelt for him.
Heartfelt. Song. Yes, that's that.
It's not ribbon in the sky.
What'd you say?
It's not ribbon in the sky.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder's a music genius. Okay, we know about Stevie Wonder, but
Stevie on a whole nother planet.
But Carti's a musical genius too, in his own way, if you ask me.
Carti invented music, if you ask some folks.
We know about that meme, okay? Now here's the thing. I talked about moments. We already got the first moment where he comes in and screams out his brother's name. You know, that's my brother. I'm your brother. Moment number 2 is when he gets in this sequence. Bitch, I got some niggas ready to crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, push it down. Like, the way he leans into those, I'm so fucking hot, I might crash. The drums kicking in real fast. This is, I'm like flailing at
real sad.
If I die, it's gonna be real sad.
That line hits so hard because, like,
it does.
It's so plain and simple and it's so real, nigga. Yeah, if it die, it would be sad.
Yes, it's the bluntness. It's delivered with such oomph and impact. Like, bro, I don't do drugs, but when I'm off the caffeine and my heart's palpitating, I'm tripping, the drugs kicking in real fast, and I'm panicking, and I'm thinking about is rap gonna be successful? Am I ever gonna have a girlfriend? Am I ever gonna get to move out? If I die, it's gonna be real sad. So I fuck with my bitch like it's our last. Now, see, in my instance, the bitch will be the fleshlight, but same point, okay? Like,
you know,
I connect. Gotta do what you gotta do, all right? I was looking at some sex dolls earlier, you know, just on the topic. Okay,
listen, man,
ask King the full body silicone joints, and not even to do illicit activities with them, just to emulate.
This motherfucker is gonna buy a sex doll, and he's talking about not even to have sex with him. I just want to hang out with him.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm telling you, the game's fucked up now. They ain't even trying to fuck the dolls. They're scared they're gonna get Me Too'd by the dolls.
Yo, it's crazy out here.
Look, I'm gonna play you what I told the chat with
Russell.
Steve.
He got Me Too'd. What Kanye say?
Look, if I get Me Too by the dog, you hold me down. Y'all know I wouldn't do that. I would get consent from the dog.
Yo, that dog's a liar, bro. That dog's a liar, bro. I never trusted her to begin with, man. All right? Yo, man.
Free all my young niggas. Free young Melvin if they be to him.
There you go. Free young Melvin. Shout out to Razor Ramon. Rest in peace. He knows that dog's a liar, man. Okay? I didn't do anything. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna play you what I played. I'd send it to Steve-O and Ting. This is what I said, all right?
And we just did something real women won't let me do, cause you are silicone.
Okay, I got a whole remix to Plies and Shawty featuring T-Pain called Silicone. Okay? And it's coming soon. It's gonna be on the Rab compilation, okay?
I was gonna say, man. Go ahead, drop that, man. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
If I come back to the game, it's not going to be in a sense where I'm trying to, no. It's going to be, I'm going to get my messages out.
Yo, Cam, when are we dropping the Garden remix? Meditate in the Garden.
Hey, listen. Yo, that was a classic. I fell off on that one. I ain't going to lie. I think I was trying to do something else. I was trying to, like, write something else to it, like, add something on. And I never figured out what I wanted to do. And then I never finished it. So that's on me. But you know what? Maybe we got to go back and revisit that shit because that shit was lit.
You still see, this is the thing about Van Buren, y'all. This man is one of the most talented artists I know. Okay? He's always set the example for me, and he lives the artist life. Exactly what he just described is what happens sometimes. Sometimes you just, something fall by the wayside, but it can come back. It can pop back up. Okay?
Mel, you got that Iron Man by my man Van?
Well, I actually brought in a different song. Okay? I do have a song. I do want to play some Van Buren tonight.
I want to hear some Iron Man. Family. I'm trying to hear Iron Man. He wants to hear
some Iron Man.
That's my
Shout
joint
out to
right
the
now
Iron
from
Man
Van
video
Buren.
shot by Bow Stroke Films, you know what I'm saying? Katrina.
You know I'm fucking with the video. Cameron in the carnival? Come on, a man after my own heart.
Moulz is a big carnival man.
Yeah,
classic video.
You know what I'm saying? I had to go have a good time, let them know that we are unbothered, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the Iron Man.
Here's the thing. Iron Man is fire. It's out now on YouTube. But I went and bought on Amazon.com the song that I bought. So I don't have a problem with buying Iron Man right now. But I
buy the fucking song. What are you going on about it? Buy the song.
I already bought it. I'm poor.
Hey, man, listen.
I want to hear some Iron Man.
No pressure.
I want to hear
pressure.
that. I want to hear
I mean, look, I'm trying to do Van Buren a solid.
I'm trying to do him a solid too. I'm trying to get him a sale on Iron Man.
Hear me out. I hit him before the show. I said, we're gonna play some Van Buren. What you want me to play? He suggested we play the record Ghost because that's what people seem to be feeling. You got to add fuel.
Well, I say we give him both. I say we give him a whole lot of Buren. I say we give him both joints in full. I mean, shit. We had Rated R in here 2 weeks ago. We played 2 joints in full. What are we gonna do? Bring Van Buren in and play 1 joint because he's the homie? That doesn't make any sense.
Wow. Well, listen, the captain is smoking.
And it's funny because when I become mayor of Peoria, we're going to talk about...
Oh, no.
We're going to talk about just playing one song from a rapper. Okay?
I'm voting for him too, Cameron, but you should know this plan of his is harebrained in ways.
Harebrained.
Some of the best ones are.
It's very anti-Semitic, but we're not going to get into it.
How was that anti-Semitic?
Because we're a hairy people. We have a lot of body.
I don't know that. Okay. Look.
I'm Switzerland in this one.
Look,
you're Lenny Kravitz in this one.
Oh, brother.
I don't know.
By the way, I'm Jewish.
We got some Van Buren here. I'm a play Ghost and I'm gonna go buy Iron Man, and then
you gotta buy it while we're playing it. You gotta buy.
That's what I'm gonna do.
And then when we're playing Iron Man, you gotta buy Ghost.
Hey,
I already bought Ghost.
Y'all some real ones.
I'm talking to the audience, bro.
Oh, the audience, right? Yeah, y'all better buy these records.
Shout out to the audience. Y'all some real ones too. If you in the Midwest, come see me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be doing shows. I got a show on June 18th.
He do be doing shows.
South Bend, Indiana.
Yeah, you doing a show at the arcade bar? I went there when I last visited Cameron. I whooped Daniel's ass.
Will these 2 songs be in your live set?
Absolutely.
Hey, if you want to see him live, you know what to do.
You'll know the songs going in, folks. If you're in the Midwest, you're in Indiana. Okay? Holler at the boy.
South Bend, Indiana, where one of my high school crushes went to college. But enough about me. It's time for Van Buren, and I'm going to start with Ghost. Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
Like to hear? Here you go.
All of my weed potent, only some bread potion. How to tell these hoes when we fuck is no emotion. Can I have you texting me and trying to stop the motion? Had to make this song for all these hoes that I be ghosting. Baby, I'm a ghost. You see how I can't get close. Baby, I'm a ghost. Can I get closer, hoes? Shawty was folding my clothes. I'm wearing all white tonight, baby, I cannot propose. And you know I'm buying it for all these rappers are selling their souls. Lucifer in that choir, I was spitting them heavenly flows. I got the heaviest load, swerving the whip on the road. All these drugs got me feeling like a lick on a toad. She rip off her clothes, she gon' let me fuck, but then she probably try to expose. A lot of these hoes be lying. All of my clothes are high-end. Will up some more for the high end. My ass squad keep dying. R.I.P. to so-and-so, R.I.P. to Lil Man. Doing all that talking while that blood getting spilled, man. I don't have no chill, man. I done seen them boys switching for a little bit. All my pockets looking like they well fed. Yeah, you're getting money, but it's well fed. I don't have to tell you life is not fair. I done took a chance cause I'm not scared. I just tell the truth, what you lie for it. Your music not real, what you die for it. Get behind the wheel and I ride for it. About to go outside, I'm gon' get high for it. With some red potion, how to tell these hoes when we fuck is no emotion. Can I have you texting me and trying to stop the motion? Had to make this song for all these hoes that I be ghosting. Baby, I'm a ghost. You see how I can't get close. Baby, I'm a ghost.
Oh my goodness. We got We got the ghosts on the King Vamp review. What is this, Castlevania?
You heard the man. You heard him.
You know
What'd you
what
say, Van Buren?
Elden Ring level or something. You know
Your music ain't real. Would you die for it?
That part.
You wouldn't die for it. Van Buren would die for his music.
That part.
Okay.
Tell
That's
tell
ghost,
everybody.
folks.
Tell them all. Tell everybody. Tell the whole world. Van Buren
Listen,
is about
Cameron Van Buren, folks. This man,
shit.
I want all my guys to succeed, you know, naturally. But Cameron, Die4Guy, exactly. But y'all need to buy for Guy. Okay, y'all just heard Ghost. I'm gonna play Iron Man, but you need to know, folks. I want to see this man get everything he's ever dreamed. All right, I've been knowing this man since 2010, maybe 09. We go way back. I just want to see this man win beyond his wildest imagination, and he has the ability. Y'all just need to stop playing with him. Okay, stop.
I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna hear this IO man, and they're gonna be lining up to sign.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, fuck Tony Stank. Okay, we got Van Buren. All right, I mean R.I.P. to Tony Stank. You know we rock with Tony Stank. I love Tony Stank, but Van Buren though, the armor needs to be. You know, he's gonna pick up the mantle.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the new Iron Man out here. We out here.
He the new Iron Man, folks. Video out now for Iron Man. We're gonna play the record.
Hold up, I gotta ask an important question though.
Okay.
Oh please.
Who is Ray J's sister?
Brandy.
Folks.
Oh, I'll hit the correct.
We got a potential. Listen, Jack.
Know black people.
Jack, there you go. You got to head to the dugout. Van Buren next to bat. Let's get this carnival music in the building. This is that Iron Man. This is Moulz approved. Last joint is Moulz approved too.
It's Mel approved too.
But this is the Van Buren joint I'm rocking with at the moment.
Listen, folks, Iron Man is back. All right, here it is.
Yeah. Met a real Mandalorian. Ice on my fist, yeah. Iron Man, my shit, yeah. Like I hit a lick, yeah. Nigga ain't see shit, yeah. Bet you ain't know that I was gon' snap like this. Switch my flow today, I rap like this. Ice on my fist, yeah. Iron Man, my shit, yeah. Like I hit a lick, yeah. Nigga ain't see shit, yeah. Bet you ain't know that I was gon' snap like this. Switch my flow today, I rap like this. Yeah. Wake up, walk in closet, grab my fit. Walk in closet, grab my pick your shit last night like a kid, boy. I don't have the time, I like to live, boy. Think a little less, little nigga, just do that shit, yeah. On the track, you said he do that stick, boy. But when I see him, he ain't do that shit, do it, nah. Yeah, I knew that kid, I knew him. Yeah. You the same nigga, just bigger, nigga. Smoke him like he trees, not a twig, boy. And when you beef with me, don't send no kids, boy. Like I'm Pusha T, I push it till. That boy really try to have me killed. Ass on my fist, yeah. Iron Man, my shit, yeah. Like I hit a lick, yeah. Nigga ain't see shit, yeah. Bet you ain't know that I was gon' snap like this. Switch my flow today, I rap like this, yeah. I rap like this. Ooh, I rap like this. When I jump off stage, I grab my dick. Said I'm not a star, but when I was starving, I was on the track swimming like a starfish. Told that little boy don't start shit. I'm the artist and the archetype, yeah, that's a hard life. I got what they want, I got what they like. Yeah, they tryna steal it, tryna break it at night. Ice on my fist, yeah. Iron Man, my shit, yeah. Like I hit a lick, yeah. Nigga ain't see shit, yeah. Bet you ain't know that I was gon' snap like this. Switch my flow today, I rap like this.
Mr. Stark, I feel so good.
Know what y'all saying out there. I know what y'all saying out there. You dusty in the corner coughing, some basement. Where the boom back? Where the board at? Listen, tell him, okay? Van Buren, I'm gonna hit this for you because I notice how you feel. I'm gonna hit this for Carti too. Look him in their face and tell him,
what do you do? I ain't kidding hip hop, nigga. All the critics are against you.
Okay? What it do? I ain't kill hip-hop, nigga. These critics against me. Van Buren, I'll have you know, can kill y'all on that boom bap shit, too.
Well, funny
and
enough,
I'm playing a character, folks, because I love boom bap. I'm playing a character. I'm with y'all. I got dust in my veins, too.
My first introduction to Cameron was, I think, in 2012. He rapped on one of my beats, and it was a Curtis Mayfield. Yeah, Curtis Mayfield sample. It was very much a dusty beat, so, get you a rapper who can do both.
Woo-hoo! There you go. You heard, Moulz. All right? He can do more than both, all right? I'm telling y'all about this man, all right? Van Buren has my cosign.
We can't have whack rappers on the show who discredit the entire operation.
You can't do that, all right? Whole lot of flows, whole lot of talent, whole lot of love. Okay? Van Buren, y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Listen, the floor is yours. If you have any plugs, shout outs before we get out of here.
You know what I'm saying? I would like to shout out both of the producers on those records. Shout out to 33 in Greed. I don't even know if I pronounced my man's name right, but he's actually all the way out in Russia. That's the dude that produced the first record, Ghost. So shout out to him. And then shout out to Raphael Beats. He produced Iron Man with me. I did a little bit of production on that one. And he make beats. I do a little bit. And also I would just like to say I drop music every Monday. So tap in with me on all my social media.
Bringing that vibe back of,
you know what I'm saying?
Of just feeding people on a schedule. All right,
Monday,
you show up,
bringing it back.
You get fed on Mondays.
You gotta love it. You do. You really do. Okay? You want somebody who's consistent, who's always creating, that's Van Buren.
Sounds like Rab, sounds like Van Buren.
Hey, there's a reason we get along,
So every Monday, check that Van Buren Music Mondays. Every Wednesday, make sure you check that Rab. And God bless you all. We got 2 more songs to do.
Oh, yeah, we do. So, folks, Die4Guy, Van Buren, Moulz Mel, Rap Rankings.
Die for Cam.
Oh, absolutely. Listen.
Real ones. Likewise. Die for Mel and die for Moulz. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
That's love. That's love.
Say it louder for the disenfranchised cult members in the back.
Oh, brother. All right.
Hey, hold on. Wait. Before we get out of here, I gotta say, this man Moulz was the executive producer on a project that I did before my name was Van Buren, and this project made it onto 2 Dope Boys, Pigeons and Planes, and a couple other blogs out there. You know what I'm saying? We did our thing. This man Moulz, you know what I'm saying? Peep his resume, peep his pedigree. Put some respect on him. You know
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And then me and my man Mel been out here too. Like he said, we got some collabs. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of records.
Bro, we go so far back, man.
These guys, you know what I'm saying? They both know they stuff. They both know what they talking about. I
appreciate you, man. Before I start crying like Ric Flair, we're gonna get out of here. Okay.
So we'll see you guys for track 23 coming right after the record scratch?
Yeah, after the record scratch. All right. See y'all then. Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform.